Welcome back. It's another trip to Agrabah as we finish off the trilogy with Aladdin and the King of Thieves. Now, this one is more of a musical as they are setting up for Aladdin and Jasmine's wedding. The genie is back. That was Robin Williams. And there's going to be a party in Agrabah, is the song. And the title is The King of Thieves. And it bodes well for Aladdin because, well, he's a street rat and he doesn't know his father is actually the leader of the King of Thieves, and it's not revealed to him very early either. So he's just going about his day, and the 40 thieves actually disrupt the wedding, and they are taking the jewels and the valuables from the people of Ag, and they're having a good old time doing it because not only are they taking the jewels and everything. They are basically ransacking the place, destroying the palace, and having a grand old time as thieves do when they pillage and plunder. But they again find the scepter that's in the palace's possession, which they are looking for the hand of Midas, which is this hand that turns everything it touches to gold. If you know that story, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so Iago kind of sells them out. Why is it always Iago that's going to play the sleazeball in these movies? I don't get it. I mean, he always turns back to the good side. But anyway, round over. He gets the scepter and he brings it to the King of Thieves, and they decept. Well, actually, Aladdin and use the scepter first, and they ask the question. They get one question because Iago apparently used his question up already. And so Aladdin uses his question to ask about his father so he can get the rest of his answers. And he finds out, then it's revealed to him that his father is the King of Thieves. But he's not actually told that he's the King of Thieves. He thinks he's being held hostage by the King of Thieves. So he originally goes and tries to rescue him. Little does he know that his father is looking for this hand of Midas, and he lived his life kind of like how Aladdin did, trying to survive and take other things. And if you're enjoying this content, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like on this video so more people can see it. And then it gets to a point where Aladdin finds his father, and it's getting to the point where they they're not trusting his father because they think that he's too lenient, and Aladdin is captured and they got Abu and Iago captured in the animal cage. It's actually quite funny because he's like trying to escape, and then Iago's like, "Good luck, that's not happening." So then the second in command, the really evil guy in the 40 Thieves, like, you must be terminated because we don't trust you, and there's 40 thieves. And his father's thinking on his feet. Goes, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Um, we could do so many things. And of course, the other 38 thieves are pretty much simpletons. So he's playing them like a fiddle. And he's like, my boy could take the challenge, which is basically a duel that happens. So anyway, they agree to it, and the second in command is like, I'll be the one that challenges him. And of course, they have a battle that goes back and forth, and they both are on this ledge that leads to a ravine or a place of water. And so Aladdin wins because the guy falls in the water, but even still, Aladdin tries to save him by grabbing his hand and pulling him up, but he's too late. He falls in the water, but he survives. And this is very interesting because they kind of go back and forth because Aladdin and his dad go back to the palace trying to prepare for this wedding that keeps getting postponed, and they keep going back and forth and back and forth. And Aladdin's dad gets arrested, but because they find out he's the King of Thieves. But what they don't know is that the second in command ratted him out and gave palace guards the open sesame thing, which gave away the 40 Thieves secret hideout. But he blamed Kazim, the King of Thieves. And so he turned the rest of the people, the rest of the thieves, against their leader. And Iago's like, I'm not crazy about a 40-person split, even if it does turn everything to gold. Like, by the way, like and subscribe again. But how about if it's just you and me? And this is how loyal the king is. He basically says, I would never turn my back on my men, and they should get an equal share. But and then he goes, I'm home, like you do when you get home from work. I'm home. And then the 40 thieves turn on him, and Razul, who's the head guard, captures him and puts him in the cell because now he's got the credit for being the 40 thieves, and he's getting ready for this big show that he's gonna put on, and he's like, I'll put in a good word for you lads. And then so Aladdin's like, I'm gonna go. He doesn't want to rescue his father, but then he's talked into it by the rest of his family because you only get one father, is what they say. And so he dresses up like his father, and then he goes down, unhandcuffs his father, and gets the guards to chase him. And he tells them, well, they're chasing me. You make a getaway for it. And then so he does that, and he's doing a pretty good job, except for the fact that he reveals to the guards that he shows his face. And his father's like, I'm sorry for what you lost, but hop on this camel and escape with me. Goes with Aladdin. And his father does something where he's like, I'm sorry for what you lost, but you can't go back. And then Aladdin realizes that he's leaving Agrabah. And so he's like, I'm not going back. I can't do what you did. I won't leave Jasmine. And he says, but they saw your face. Once you go back, they will terminate you. And he's like, I can't do it. I can't do what you did. So if there's a punishment, I will face it. And so Aladdin goes back and he gets thrown in jail. But then the Sultan has a change of heart because he's like, I can't excuse what your father did, but what you did came from a place of love, and that's why we're gonna let you go free. And so Aladdin gets set free. His father is now battling with his father is captured by the 40 thieves and put on a ship and told to ask the question of where is the hand of Midas. So he eventually does this after Iago gets free from being tied up. And they're showed where the turtle is at the break of dawn. And of course, Aladdin goes back with the carpet and the genie to save the day, as he normally does. And so it's funny because it's a giant turtle, and they eventually get the hands of Midas. And Aladdin's like, it pays to have a junior partner. And he's like, he sounds a lot like me. And so they start turning everything to gold. And then his second in command gets the upper hand. And he's like, it's either the hand of Midas or your boy. And what happens is he throws the hand of Midas. And then the guy catches it, but he catches it with the gold hand exposed. So he turns to gold and sinks to the bottom. And then he's like, You've worked so hard for your golden treasure. Here it is. It's the most important thing to you. And then his father, of course, goes, "No, it took me this long to realize you're the most important thing to me." And so they hug and they have their moment. And he throws the hand of Midas into the sea. Aladdin and Jasmine get married, and that's how the trilogy ends. So until next time, wait, no, this movie is a solid 5.5 out of 10. That's your average run of the mill end of the trilogy thing. So again, until next time, may your ego come from a place that keeps you humble. I'm more money. Mamba out.